Perfectly timed. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Characters. Welcome to the future. Welcome to 2025. I'm Justin Tyler.
I'm Eric Feurer. We have news from the future. You're here enjoying our company. Wow.
Yes, and that's what you get is our company, direct to the brain.
I got it right. Folks, it's 2025. My mullet is in full effect. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling awesome. I already knocked off a couple things on the to-do list for 2025.
Really?
Yeah,
Talk to me about this.
Make it to week 2 without finally doing it. And I'm here, so it's great.
Wow. Great. Congratulations on that front. I'm excited to be here. It feels like a whole new vibe. A lot of it negative, I will say. There's like a lot of crazy shit happening in the world right now. But it is new, if nothing else. I'm in a different place. I'm in my living room. I'm solo parenting for the next 6 weeks, so I'm going to get weirder. I'm going to get weirder over the course of this.
Justin is solo parenting, so for the next couple weeks, his wife isn't there to tell him, go do your shameful comedy in the basement.
Yeah, exactly. I do it out of the kitchen. I'm in my space. Freedom. It feels crazy.
Owning it. That Z-chord, that's a good question. That is a grand piano. That's like some type of little baby, right? Little baby grand or something like that?
Yes. This is my an heirloom from my wife. We used to have a dining room table, and now it's a piano, which we can't eat on. A thing I like to do. A piano is something I don't know how to do. So
where do you guys eat as a family?
We sort of don't. That's the fucked up thing. We replace a nuclear family unit with a piano that is sometimes played. But yes, Z-chord, it is pretty. It's beautiful. I'm being sort of shitty about it, but I actually do like it. My wife plays, and it's truly amazing to just hear a distant piano.
It's really nice, except that the private chat's popping off. Our wonderful producer, Spencer, says there has been a woman in the background once in a while, but there's been zero evidence she is a wife. We're trying to get to the bottom of this, Justin. You do have a wife, yes?
Yes, and as I said, she's away for 6 weeks. She's doing a show in a place called Divorce, California. I guess it's a town in the mountains. I don't know. I haven't looked it up.
Yeah, it's a place called No Contact, Montana.
I haven't heard from her, but it's weird. She said there's no internet, no mail. That's surprising.
And when she says no mail, she spelled that M-A-L-E, right?
Yes, and she means me. She says no mail. No mail. And it's working. I'm definitely feeling that. Z-chord Zeppelin, very into the piano. Does it work? Yes, it plays beautifully.
As far as Justin knows, it works. Megan, Aussie, I broke my thumb putting my 12 Lego sets together. Is this for real? I don't know how you break a thumb. I do believe it, though.
And is that from overuse? I don't understand. 12 is a lot of Lego sets I agree to sort of do back.
12 Lego sets is roughly like $4,000 worth of Legos, I believe. It's a lot. So,
yes, the Lego market is through the roof. I think that's what the inflation that we're all talking about.
It's true. Z-Core says, I legit thought Divorce California was real. No, that was Z-Core. This is going to be crazy to you. Justin and I are acting. In fact, right now we're playing characters. I'm kind of like this quirky, hot boy next door kind of situation. And Justin, you're kind of like...
Yes. Really need a compliment right now. Could use a compliment. I'm human slop. Good old slop.
Megan says, for real, I have a dislocated thumb from 16,000 pieces of Lego sets. Holy shit. At some point in time, Megan, that should be less of a story and more of a wake-up call.
Yeah, exactly. Who are you blaming? Are you blaming Lego? Or like your thumb failed you? I don't know. That feels... What can you tell us what you built? Like, what are the sets?
Yeah.
Like, what is the drive here?
What do we have left to build? The only Lego set I ever put together was an orchid. It was beautiful. I love the Lego plant.
That's some highfalutin Lego shit, dude.
I
put together the Legos I had when I was a kid were like, here's 10 red blocks. Figure something out with them.
Use your imagination. You'd be like, I just made a brick out of my bricks.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was about you were training to build your house.
That's true. That's how it used to be back in the day. Start them young. That's what I always said. Kathy says, I love Lego flowers. Me too. I think they're the best. I think they're cool. And they're also like not too expensive. Unlike like the Lego Millennium Falcon, which is like $600 or something.
Yes, and once you have it, very hard. The temptation to play with those like awesome Lego sets is too much for me.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel like I would. It's good that I'm not into the Lego situation. I would also try to kind of like jazz it, and I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do that.
I mean, I think my Lego philosophy, and I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're starting here in 2025.
This is good. Yeah, let's finally get
you
it out.
Build the set, break the set, then get loose,
and then have fun with it.
Yeah, put those little satellite dish pieces wherever you want them.
That's how I am with IKEA furniture. I'm kind of like, at some point in time, I'm kind of like, I get this. Like, we got this. And like,
yeah, you're like, bookcase, disassemble. Now it's a race car bed.
Have you ever seen there's a real, it's either a subreddit or a full ass website, Justin, that is like Cronenberg IKEA furniture? People are like, if you buy the dresser and the bed set and this bookcase, you can create a hutch. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. That's a real hack my life thing where you're like, oh no, my life is over. I don't have a life. I've hacked it too hard.
Large trouble. I've hacked my life too hard. But folks, speaking of hacking your life, we can't tell that story again. We're going to tell some other story. We're going to tell the story of characters tonight. You are here to see a character set. Shut up. Let me be a little bit.
I love it. This is usually what I do.
I get to narrate while you write a novel. Apparently, we can hear every clack on your keyboard. There you go. Perfect. There we go. Love it, Justin. Can you talk again? I think your mic might be the old.
No.
Mic. Yeah, it's a bad mic. Bad mic just turned on.
Yeah, I always
a good mic and a bad mic. I want you to hear both of them.
Megan blames the nephew for the dislocated thumbs. Wrong, Megan.
You to Lego madness.
Megan, point those dislocated thumbs at a mirror and be like, "You did it."
Who's got two dislocated thumbs and way too many Legos? Megan.
Folks, you're here to see a character set. We have brought some of the best and the brightest to showcase for you today, and that means we have one guest and the two of us. Can you believe it? Turns out when you look for the best, you don't have to go too far from home. We found the best.
That's right.
And we brought the
Look for the best? You mean the mirror? Yeah, found it. Got it right there. I mean, Eric, there's been a couple comments about your mullet. And I do think before we move into character, I think we just have to welcome this mullet into the record.
I also feel like Thanksgiving is when I got it, and it was really mini mulleted, and now it's finally grown into its own. It feels, this is it.
I got to say, we've talked about this a little bit on the show, but Eric and I made a short film in December that we're going into finishing. It's super fun to do. And he showed up to set with that mullet, and I was like, a star is born. We have it.
I think this mullet is going to be a part of my future.
It's good, dude. I think it's good.
It's a good look. I got weird compliments on it. I went to like the UCB holiday party, and people were like, complimenting it too much, and I can't remember who. I would never say who it was anyway, but I can't remember who it was that said something. They had some drinks, and they said something along the lines of like, they were like, "Yo, you like have like an identity now." Like that's, and I was like, "Thanks."
Yeah.
I finally
You're
have
like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah, like that doesn't.
That's what they were saying. You finally have a silhouette, and I will say, I mentioned this before. The TV show Landman. There's the actor who plays the son in that show does look vaguely like you. And he has this mullet. So you're slowly becoming more of him. Shout out in the comments if anyone is watching.
I don't know what that is. I've never seen or heard about that. At least right now, I think the reason why you like it so much, Justin, is finally I'm deviating away from what we have talked about, which is that like Justin's the 5th picture on the Animorphs book, and I've moved from the 2nd to the 3rd, and like I'm slowly getting there. Now I just swerved a little bit, which is nice.
You're advancing. Let me just tell you how my parenting's going. I put my kids to bed a while ago, and now one of them's right there. So this is going really well.
This is going to go really, really well. That's good. Well, why don't we give Justin like 5 minutes to scream off camera and welcome out our first guest? What do you say?
Yes. 100%. Let's do it. Very excited for this. This is something, a character that's inspired me since I first saw them in black and white, looking out from the flickers, the TV screen, the cinematic experience. Please welcome out to the rectangles an old-timey actress.
All right, folks. All right, settle down. Yes, the party has arrived. And by party, I mean the face that launched 1,000 silent pictures. Yes, it is I, Lola Harbo, famous silent movie star of these here 1920s and 1930s yet to come. So, we're here to make a movie, right? So without further ado, let's get this train a-chuggin'. I'll call it Hank. Action. Cut. Whoa, perfect take. They don't call me the one-take wonder for nothing. All right, what's next? Pardon me? Speak. Why would I speak? This is one of those talkies? This is a talkie? This is a talk. I'm on a talkie. Right, of course I'm on a talkie. Yes, my agent told me that. No, okay. So I know what a talkie is. Yes, it's not silent. Right. Yes, okay. So no, I've got this. So tell me, what's the crux of the scene? My lover died. Well, okay, well, I can do that. I believe I've had some experience. All right.
What?
Let's call it again, Hank. All right. Action. Boo-hoo! My lover died. However, will I go on? And cut. Well, another perfect go. Perfection. What do you mean, build up to the emotion? No, we just make different pictures with our bodies, right? I walk over here and I do this. Then I walk over here and I do this. And then I walk over here and I do this. And then we're wrapped. We're wrapped. You mean there's set dialogue? I have to learn a script? Well, how many pages? 120? Are you joking? Well, this is going to take forever. Last week alone, I starred in 84 films. Yes, I did this. And we were wrapped before lunch. Yeah, I met Marion Stringberg over at the Whoopsie Daisy. We split the crab cakes, you know, the crab claws. They did this wonderful thing with the claws and the tartar sauce. Oh, right, fine, okay, all right. Seems like a massive waste of time, 120 pages. But no, you're the director. No, Hank, I can do this. Don't replace me. No. Hand me the script. All right, let's go.
God.
What? Well, Hank, you know I have digestive issues. You never minded it before, Hank. It's a gas. What? Oh, don't tell me they're going to hear that too. Well, what? Hear that? What? Oh, that's what this duster thing is up here? A buffoon mic? Oh, okay. So yes, you might as well call it that, right? All right. Well, you're telling me that they're going to literally hear everything. Okay. Well, heavens to Betsy. What aren't they? All right. Okay, fine. All right. Get this out of the way. No, let's go. I can do it. I'll hold in my farts. I can do it. After all, I'm a legend, right? I did such popular silent films as Uh-Oh, Runaway Train, number 8 through 72. A House Fell on Charlie Chaplin, the sequel and the prequel. Is that giggle water? Or are you just happy to see me? And Charles Does the Charleston, right? And finally, Lilac Moon, a love story. So I think I can handle adding a talkie to my repertoire. Okay, let's go. Hotsy topsy. Fine. All right, just give me a second to prepare, okay? Give me a second to prepare. All right, I've got it. Action. I'm sorry, I panicked.
Taylor Graves, everyone.
Taylor Graves, everybody.
Oh, wow. featuring Justin Tyler. What was that?
That's like in a talkie. Sometimes they were editing mistakes.
Yep.
I think.
I love this.
All right, I don't know if I should have actually given him. Oh well.
No,
Well, that was awesome.
That was
Okay.
great.
Even a warning.
I love this. I love that. Like 80 years ago, somebody was working on their career, so that today we can be like, I bet they were shitting their pants the whole time.
I mean, just think about it, because first off, let me say the second half of that piece speaks to me as a performer. I don't know if I've told. There are two very distinct stories where I have farted at a bad time when it comes to my career.
Really?
One of which I was doing a John Gabe. They both involve John Gabris. We booked a pilot together for an unscripted Japanese torture game show comedy pilot, where they had comedians come in and like compete and then be like tortured essentially. And so we were celebrating. So we were stayed out till like 3 a.m. the night before, and then went to set. And my thing, I had to take a dollar bill out of a sumo wrestler's like diaper with my mouth. And then I couldn't do it, and I got covered in grease because I failed at it. One of the other contestants was a former Miss USA. She paddled me with a frat guy paddle. And when she did, I farted in the middle of it in front of everybody. And it was horrible. It was deeply embarrassing.
I'm sure that whatever you just described happened, but that literally sounds like you're like, dude, I had the craziest dream last night.
Yes, well, I agree. It sounds the same.
Paddled by Miss America.
This is all real, and this is just how dumb it was when I was coming up in comedy. The second one also involves John Gabris. We were out in LA, like wheeling and dealing for the first time in our careers. We're in a meeting with Comedy Central. We get in the conference room, no one else is there. I fart, it smells very bad. He's like, dude, you can't do that because they're all gonna think it's me. I'm like, don't worry about it. No one's going to say anything. Our manager comes in, doesn't say anything. 20 minutes later, the execs come in. I'm like, it's fine. They walk in. First thing they say is, oh my God, did someone leave a diaper in this conference room? We had to switch conference rooms and leave the conference room to go to another one. I was like, there was a half an hour break between. Anyway, I've taken up a lot of your
anyway, how are you telling? Those are, I can't believe I've never heard those stories before. They're both so unhinged.
Yeah.
Also, this is also good because Justin, you are so. This makes me be like, wow, Justin must really like me because he's so polite around me because he's never fucking ripped one next to me, or he's found a way to like make it.
Yeah, see, I've grown up a lot since then. Also, I don't stay out till 4 a.m. every night. Anyway. Sorry.
Not every day. Brings us back to the idea of a wife.
Yeah. He's going to come home from 6 weeks and be like, holy shit. You're like, I'm sorry, babe.
I'm so sorry. I farted every day you were gone. It smells horrible. The kids don't know.
I farted into the crisper. Every time she opens the crisper.
Crisper.
Great fart hiding.
Taylor, how are you? What's going on?
I'm good.
Good.
Mostly. Yeah, I'm great.
Good, chilling, hanging out.
Real quick, I love that piece. It does speak to the anxieties of actors throughout all of history of being in an audition or on set and being told, oh, this is way different than I thought a minute ago. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, good. Let me
do that. Yeah.
Like I know exactly. Yes, I heard I know exactly. I got the full script. I got, 100%.
I lied about that skill that you expect me to do, and you want me to do it now. Okay, great.
Now that's perfect. Yep.
I got a call back one time if we're telling stories for a commercial that I had to sign something in the original audition that said can ride a horse at full gallop. And I was like, we'll figure it out. And I got a call back, and I've never been more scared in a callback before. I was like, holy fuck.
The horse was there?
No, the horse was not there. But if I had booked, because I'm like, I'm not going to like try to bomb this callback. Like, if I get this audition, I'm going to fucking blame the horse. I'm going to be like, this horse is fucked up.
So many horses. I can't work with this horse.
Yeah. Meanwhile, it's you not even be able to get on it.
I can't even get on
like this horse.
I'm like, wow, this horse is so different from the ones I'm used to.
Yeah.
Why did you guys get this one?
From the pony.
Usually they're on a pole and they go in a tiny circle.
Yeah, I don't understand.
This is different.
Taylor, what so new year, new you. What's the first thing you're trying to check off the list this year?
Oh my God, that's such a good question. I will say I did on the 4th of the new year, which for the record is not a good time to get people to come out. I did a solo show.
Nice.
Yes. How was it?
It was good, but like I said, it was just very light, but that's fine. I should say that. It was so good. I sold out. Like, it was like massive. No,
if there's one thing we can do this year is lie constantly.
You can say whatever you want.
I know, but like that makes me sound like so bad right now, but it's fine. I'm going to do it again. So it's okay. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. And then, other than that, I'm doing just a lot. I mean, I think last time we chatted, I was fun employed, and I'm very employed right now, which is awesome, but exhausting. Great. Yeah.
Being employed.
Again, I'm really doing a great job just being like, I've got it together. But I do.
Now, let me ask you, one of the reasons, last time we spoke, one of the reasons that you feel like you were on the outs of your job is because you were doing a lot of characters about the people in your office. Will you be making that same mistake or same?
No. Well, I'm 4 months in, and the place, actually, it's funny. It's like a massive place. You've definitely heard of it. I just can't talk about it here. But the
White House.
Yeah, the White House. Yeah.
The government is so
people come up to me and they're like, "We know you. We love your stuff." So I'm like, "Oh my God."
That's
awesome. I'm not going to be making the same mistake. Absolutely not, Justin. Like, I'm terrified.
That has to feel good, though. That has to feel good.
It did. Yeah. And I was like, "Shut up. I'm traumatized." And they were like,
"Can't be real.
We don't care here."
That's great. That must be the government. That's awesome.
Yeah. The government famously lets you want to be yourself.
Yes. The White House.
Always at the end of the day.
All the White Houses that will be yet to come as well. So.
Yeah. Great. So you got a solo show, you got a new job, you're still plugging away at the videos online. That's awesome. It sounds like sounds like you're doing great.
I mean, doing great. Yeah, the online content's going well. And I moved at the end of the summer, so that would be August. I moved to Inwood, so I'm actually Jorge's neighbor, and
nice.
We share a little fun thing. We rang in the new year together.
Really?
Wow.
We did.
That's great. Oh yeah, you guys have like a local that you go hang out in.
Yes, right next to me. It's awesome. And if anyone ever wants to come up here, it's really far, but like I've got the hook up there, and it's dangerous because it's 2 steps away from my apartment.
Oh man, I love it.
Awesome. Yeah. That's scary, but awesome.
It's scary. Exactly. Scary, but awesome. Yeah.
That's the first step towards working in a bar.
It is. I know. So
that's how I got my bartending job. I
Yeah.
Literally drank there for many years, and they were like, "Do you want to work here?" I was like, "Oh my God, it's like getting called up to the majors."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to be in charge? Okay.
That happened my last bartending job too. Yeah. And then I just was like, I just get paid to do the same thing, basically. Well, a little more responsible.
No, it is basically.
You just do it a little bit later in the night.
Yeah, just
a little bit later, a little bit more headache. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's good. I mean, this year's weird already, but what isn't, I guess. And hopefully I'm going to do some more shows, some more live stuff. Love that.
Great. That's awesome. Well, you always have a home here, Taylor.
Yeah, please come back more often. It's been too long.
I know.
We're all about manifesting this year.
It's true.
Well, let's manifest. I also just want to film a bunch of stuff too. So like I'm always,
Cool.
Yeah.
Always down for
awesome.
It.
I don't know what that was.
No. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
It wasn't authentic. I'll tell you that. It was lying. I'm lying. I mean, I'm having fun, but
it's good. That's what I'm saying. It's all about lying.
Right. That was me pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like acting at the end.
Acting, but like poor.
Taylor, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you soon. All right.
Thanks.
See you, Taylor. Later.
Bye.
I'm being told in the private chat that the Discord wants me to talk about one of my crazier commercial experiences.
I would call it scarring.
Yeah, it was tough. So I booked a commercial, which I don't know if you know this or not, Justin, but who the director was of it?
No.
Dave Ebert.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you do know that.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, last summer, not this past summer, but the one before. So now it's been like a year and a half, I believe. I auditioned for a Heinz ketchup commercial where I was going to be protesting the hot dog eating contest for the unethical treatment of hot dogs.
Good.
I have a pretty funny self-tape that's out there, still on the desktop of my computer. I tried to show it to Justin the other day because I needed that therapy.
Yes, good. Healthy.
Yeah,
Healthy to hold on to that.
Yeah. Got a call back. Fucking booked it. I was like, holy shit, I booked it. Non-union, which means it had a day rate and a buyout. Day rate, $3,000, buyout, $10,000, $13,000 job. I booked it. Holy shit. Callie, check it out. We could buy the 6 things on this list that we need to get. Let's go.
They're all other hamburger prop.
Yeah, we could buy more. Yeah, I saw somebody comment that they're the first time being here.
Yeah, let me read that real quick. This is my first time tuning in. Does Eric always have the singing sandwich behind him? Is he aware it's there? Did it place itself here, there when he wasn't looking? Its eyes haunt me. Great. Yeah, Jesse Dunsmore dropping a reality in front of us.
Yes, and you know what? I'm really sorry. I'll just change the angle so that that's not there behind me.
Yeah, much more chill over here.
Much more normal. Anyway, booked the gig. Less than 8 hours later, I get a message from Dave Ebert. He's like, "Hey, man." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "Heinz put your name through a AI pass-fail algorithm that searches you on the internet, and you came up as a fail. And so you have unbooked the job. I'm so sorry." And I said, "How could this be?" I looked through Twitter and I word searched every slur in the book and was like, "I didn't say any of those. So what could I have done?" And he said, "Well, we don't know which one it is that you actually failed on, but one of the things that came up was that you put a cigarette into your butthole."
And is Dave Ebert being like, huh? Like,
no,
he's sort of like,
Dave's like, "Dude, those guys," literally, he was like, "Dude, those guys suck. I'm going to get you something. Like,
yeah,
don't worry. Like, that sucks." But the Ass Wizard, my second character ever on Characters Welcome, lost me $13,000.
But I think it's something fitting there because that character was it was like one of your first big pieces. It felt like that helped make you. And then it also helped unmake you.
Justin and I have been having a lot of like conversations. One of the conversations we've had was been like, what's your first crushable moment? Like your first thing. And that would probably be one of mine. It was my second piece on Characters Welcome after my first piece really failed pretty miserably. And so it was like, I went last. I did that piece. The tape that's on the YouTube page is that very same moment. And it was just fun. Like so
crush.
Fun. Yeah. And then it lost me so much money. So funny.
Great. Another great tragic story. We have so many comments to highlight real quick. I wanted to point out, I think it was Zcor like wished that they had the chance to do that sumo wrestling bit because they love sumo. And shouts to that. I wish I could have traded places with you because I just ripped ass by accident.
Yeah.
Blowing the opportunity for all of us. Zcor, I would have loved to have done that. I love sumo wrestlers. Also got a shout out, Death Dingo in the comments. "G'day, Justin. Happy New Year from your cousin down under, brother." That's my actual cousin who lives in Australia. The other Australian I know, Megan from Australia. Brad, shouts to you. Thanks for being here.
Kiss. So make them kiss.
Yeah, they should kiss.
Yay, 2 Australians.
And then Lulu Lame, congrats on being renewed another season. Fiscal year funding from corporate deposit and Venmo account. Regards. We got 3 bangs from Lulu in the Venmo.
No.
$25 Justin costume budget for 2025. Jorge Pillbox hat fund for 2025, $25. Shouts. The roast continues. Eric OF sub. 2025, $25.
Woo! Lulu Lame, hell yeah! Appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
folks. Lulu, thank you so much for the continued support. You are the best. Jorge, you better have your hair styled up in a goddamn little hat.
Hair hat, the ultimate. Jorge hair hat.
This is the hair hat. It really
Jorge
is.
Hair hat.
It really is. You kind of have just the mullet part of hair. but kind of
man,
on
yeah,
top.
you guys are like opposites.
Yeah, we're like opposites in a lot of ways. That's amazing, Lulu Lame. Thank you so much, and thank you everybody that for always being here supporting us. We're ready to hit it strong in 2025. This is a good transition, real quick. If you also want to donate to the Venmo, you can send us some cash over. It's at Characters Welcome. It is over on the business side. You got to switch it over to the business account. Whatever message you place with your fun little donation, could be $1, could be $5, could be a $25 OnlyFans subscription. We'll say that comment. We'll say it out on stage. Whoever you want to shout out, whoever you want to thank, however you want to roast us, we will allow ourselves to be roasted.
And whatever it is, we will read it, like as Eric's saying. And I should say, we do have a recurring segment on the show from longtime listener, longtime caller, Robin Richmond. A little thing we call Jeer Gyry.
Jeer Gyry.
Oh, feels good to get that first one under the belt.
We're back, baby. We're so back.
All caps from Robin. Jeer Gyry, I miss you and I love you. Beautiful sentiment to kick the year off.
Short and sweet. We missed y'all. Every night I was falling asleep watching an animated children's movie with my niece in my arms, and my nephew had his head rested on my shoulder, and I was thinking to myself, this fucking sucks.
This.
I wish I was with my real family.
Give me
This blows.
And it takes a cousin in the comments, Death Dingo. Oh yeah, good to see you live, Justin. You look young. So shouts to that. What a great lie. I said it's all about lies in 2025.
2025 is about not telling the truth to get what you want. Come on, folks. Say it with me. Scream it from the rafters. We are going to do what it takes this year.
Yeah. And I think in that instance, maybe we should bring out our next character, someone who is definitely not going to tell the truth.
Speaking of what it takes, you don't think so? I don't know.
I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Very excited for our next guest because, like we said, it's weirdly been a tough year for many so far. We're only 8 days in, but I'm happy to welcome out the person we all need right now. Please welcome to the Rectangle, someone who's here to help.
Wow.
Schönes Mädchen, komm doch noch rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal her. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nicht mehr alleine.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard Steiny, but you may call me Dick's Tiny. That's a silly joke. You may laugh. No? Okay. You seem confused. I'm your state-assigned grief counselor? Yes, counselor. You recently experienced a traumatic event at work, and as part of your PTO, the state of Pennsylvania has mandated you 3 fun-filled and hilarious sessions with me. My job is to help you come to terms with your despair through goofy gags, funny foibles, and precisely filed paperwork. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm particularly good at the paperwork part. Okay, let's begin. Your case file says that you came into work last Monday and you found your boss deceased in their office. Let me be the first to say, I am so sorry. How many dumb blondes does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2 dumb blondes. 1 dumb blonde to hold the light bulb, and 1 dumb blonde to spin the chair around and around. On a scale of 1 to 10, how full of mirth are you currently? 10 being very full of mirth, and 1 being not so full of mirth or entirely mirthless. Okay, that's fine. Grief manifests itself in a lot of ways, but you don't have to take it from me. You can take it from Nakey Jakey. Jakey, Nakey Jakey, good Lord. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? You're naked and I can see your exposed pepperoni nipples. Pepperoni nipples? Gee, thanks. Now I'm naked and hungry. So how do you feel now? Okay, and just to clarify, like you're in an episode of Impractical Jokers, but somehow worse. How exactly? Right. Okay, well, why don't you just take me through last Monday? Let's drop everything else. I'm here and I'm listening. Okay. Okay. Wow. Right there in front of you, huh? Yeah, of course. And in that moment, you must have felt really powerless, huh? Wow. Yeah. What a shame. Well, what's important to remember is that at the end of the day, it's not your fault. You can't control what other people decide to do. Oh, okay. Okay, that wraps it up for today. I gotta go. I just remembered I left 15 of my coworkers in the backseat of my Prius.
Eric Feurer, everybody, bringing some fresh action to us here. I have so many things to say, but I have to first shout out Scheuchler's comment. After going through a horrifying story of losing a job because of an ass cigarette situation, you put a big dildo in your mouth, and there goes Eric's next booking right there.
Immediately put a big fat dildo in my mouth. Story with this. I've been holding on to this thing for about 7 years.
You mean physically in your hand? You've been holding.
I've been holding on to this thing. Every time my hands are in my pockets, they're white knuckling this dildo to stop me from hurting myself or others. I've been holding on to this for a while.
Stress doll.
I want to shout out one of my mentors when I was first starting characters. He was my teacher in my first Character 101 class. His name is Frank Garcia Hale. And when he moved to LA from New York City, he came to Characters Welcome rehearsal and he was like, I don't want any of these props. Everybody grab a prop out of the box. And I grabbed this dildo. This is Frank's dildo. So who knows what he did with it.
Wow. That's a wild hand-me-down.
Yeah. But now it's
Secret Zeppelin, big old cock. Exactly. Exactly right. I mean, I think we've all in comedy possessed one of those in our time. They come and go. It's like the sister of the traveling pants, but unfilmable.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think, and someday when I too finally give up and move to LA, I will also give this to somebody, someone young, dumb, and full of good ideas.
That's solid gold. Clip it.
Oh boy.
Clip it. Clip all this. This is great.
Did you like that one? I wrote that a couple hours ago. We had talked about getting some ideas out, and I was like, I'm gonna give this one a shot.
It's fun. I think it's I love the red hat and blue nose is such an unexpected.
Like I said, I just wrote it and I literally was grabbing shit that was around me. I was like, I don't know.
I think it actually fits though, because it's such a not clown thing to do.
Do you think that's better than if I was in full ass makeup, but in kind of a brown suit?
Hard to say. I do think, the bigger version of it would be more of some things, but I think the blue nose is really funny because it feels like a more corporate, corporate looked at red and they were too harsh. Can we try something more muted? Perhaps a blue. Yeah. And so I think that just hits it in such a funny way.
Yeah. Thanks, man. In the private chat, Jorge said, I thought this was going to be an over the garden wall thing.
Yes, you are gnome. You are showing gnome.
Well, it is funny. It's so funny that you said that because, and I don't know if I even told you this or not, Jorge, for why you said that, but I did over the garden wall for my Halloween costume and I wore this.
Oh, hell, there it is.
And I took a bunch of Molly and went to a dance party, and all you could see from what I heard was the little tip of my hat just bouncing up and down in the club.
Somebody get that gnome. We have a loose gnome.
Get that gnome. Pepperoni nipples, everybody. 2025 is about lying and about pepperoni nipples. Where my pep heads at?
Yeah, I got you. I'm right here.
Not
as tight as that.
Where are my Peppa Pigs?
Yeah. Mullet summer rat boy summer looking for Peppa Pig nipple freak.
This is it, dude. That's the most normal thing you will find in a Brooklyn polycule. Spence says, was there a Venmo you need to check?
Uh-oh, dangerous. If Spencer's throwing around some cash, he's having a good time. I was going to save this to read at the end because it felt appropriate, but this is just a true thing in a year of lies. I know in my heart of hearts that I try really hard. I do my best. And I am a good dad. I love my kids, and I miss my long-departed wife. And I'm afraid to tell my friends that she never existed, let alone my fans. That's our show. Good night.
Spencer's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
The end. Spencer, thank you so much for providing us with the last thing you write before you succumb to the flames.
That's horrifying. I mean, I will say, Spencer was on. Spencer lives in LA. We were like, "Is everything all right?" And he was like, "Why? What's happening?" And I was like, "Look out your window."
He was like, someone's at the door. Went to the door, came back, and was like, "I hadn't been outside all day. It smells so much like smoke."
Turn off Midwestern basketball for 1 second and realize that there's a fire at your door.
There's a fire at your door. Look at that. It's getting hazy in here.
Remember,
folks.
These are the days. These are the days we remember.
Spencer in the. Oh, God, I'm not even gonna read that shit.
I think that's a good one.
You like that?
Yeah, I'll read it. If I do die in this actual bad thing, I want Eric to do his JFL character's audition at my funeral. And
for fans who don't know, Spencer is the only thing keeping me from greatness, and he has been for about 3/4 of a decade.
I love that. I love that you think that and maybe believe it. It's a great basis for a relationship.
It's good. Wow, what fun. Guys, we're having so much goddamn fun out here. I don't know. Should we throw to our next guest, or do we got time? Are we chatting? What do you want to do?
I think let's do it. Let's hit it.
Let's hit our next guest. Also, do you know how to juggle, Justin? I don't want to.
I can do 3-ball.
I figure you can. I thought you could.
I'm a Renaissance man. Certainly, I've spent my time in the juggle trenches of performance.
Oh no, that part cue is.
That's very dangerous for us to have here. And I will say that was a very well-timed rip ass, if I may.
That was really good as soon as he leaned forward. Megan says, "No, it's not Spencer. Your lack of talent is keeping you from that, Eric." Thank you so much.
She is so harsh. The thing is that the down under, that's like a fun thing to say. It's not mean at all.
Oh, Octavia in the chat. Octavia, how are you? So good to see you. What's for rent? Octavia, we used to be a part of JFL. I don't know if I don't think we are anymore. I don't believe.
Boom, there it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they just started sponsoring.
But Octavia, for just $10 a month, you can get whatever you want down there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm putting it up for right now, folks. Actually, anybody, $10 a month, and we'll pepper the outside of this with whatever little box images you want. How about that?
Yeah, that could be truly anything. Everything's for sale. Spencer in the comments, that's not enough. Coming from the guy that was not spending that amount of money when he was sponsoring this show.
Oh boy! All right, let's throw to this next character. I'm excited for him.
Love it. Please do.
So pumped for this next guy. Folks, if you're on the East Coast, there's a little bit of a I don't want to call it a polar vortex because then I might be lying, but it's a little chilly out there. I will say that every morning I wake up and I say, my billies are chilly. Of course, my billies, I'm referring to the
oh no, what's happening?
I was like looking for my
yeah, I know you were feeling around
looking for my billies.
One of the 10 dildos that's off screen.
I'm like, which one was the one I showed before? I get
to be consistent. Otherwise, they'll know. My OnlyFans will know. Also, a great prop to have handy.
I got two of them. I almost did this.
Too funny. Too much fun. Wow, that one's intense.
Classic call and response, Jorge. Thank you so much. Schroekler, for $10, you can have your name replace Eric's in the corner. Great. Yeah. Why not? Let's do it.
Well, there's definitely another name we could replace in the corner there. Pretty easily. So, yes, that is also up for rent.
Folks, this year is about lying. We lied about that. All right. Let's talk about the lying. Let's walk over to our next guest. I'm so excited for him because, like them, I am just a chilly little man who's a lot of times in a silly little hat. Let's welcome out a cold cowboy. Whoa!
Komm schon, schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal rüber. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nie wieder. Komm schon, schönes Mädchen, komm doch mal her. Schönes Mädchen, lass mich nicht mehr alleine tanzen.
Oh, hello there, wanderer. Gather around the campfire. Yeah, it's lonely out here on the range, I always say. And when you're out here by yourself long enough in the cold, you stop making sense. And let me tell you, buckaroo, it's awfully cold out there tonight. Why, I'd say it's colder than a bucket of snowman piss, which I've drank. Like, it's colder than a hummingbird's butthole after an ice cream social. Cold and tiny. Like, it's colder than the box office returns for a complete unknown. I mean, Bob Dylan in this day and age? I don't think so. Have I made myself clear? It's cold. You know, we tend to think of cowboys as the wise old poets of the West, when really we're just a bunch of rope-having sociopaths who all agreed on wearing the same style of hat. Mostly we just spit and mumble nonsense about the weather. Like this. Like it's colder than a penguin's pecker, which I've seen. Colder than the hot sauce at a Taco Tuesday in Burlington, Vermont. That's not hot. Why, it's so cold I could cut a piece of soft cheese with my rock-hard 2-inch nips. You know what I mean? You don't need to back away from the fire, friend. I'm just telling you about the weather and the fact that I have very long nipples. Like, not wide, you see, they're long. Like a tiny string of little hamburger meat just dangling down my torso.
Oh.
A tiny little flesh lasso for roping little micro cows. Let that hang in the air a bit. Beautiful stars up there tonight. Pristine, distant, and dare I say, cold. Like colder than French kissing a Yeti. The cooler brand, not the fur beast, which I've done. It's colder than a bull weevil applying to college and getting rejected from Haverford University. Not Harvard, Haverford. Very. It's colder than a walk of shame when you realize you just hooked up with your second cousin and then later you married that second cousin because in this scenario, you're Rudy Giuliani. Recently declared in contempt of court. Are these analogies hitting with you, my friend, my cowboy friend? All right. I noticed you left about 5 solid minutes ago. Well, guess it's time to turn in right after I shoot my horse right between the eyes because like all cowboys, I start fresh with a new horse every goddamn day.
Justin Tyler, everyone. Justin Tyler. Justin, would you say that what you just performed was colder than a list of things? Or not as cold as a list of things?
It's just the exact same temperature as a list of things.
As a list of things. I also want to call out somebody earlier said, Kathy said, Justin took that long for one hat and one shirt. Were they in different rooms? Were they in different apartments?
No, it was right. It takes a minute. I had to take my hoodie off. I had to be careful with my AirPods. It takes a minute. I'm sorry. The actor prepares.
The actor prepares. And what do you do?
I had to like really snap this shirt up, right? I only actually did half of the snaps too, and it still took that long.
That Dingo, your cousin, you could use your nipples, Justin, to water ski with instead of a ski rope. This is great that we have actual family that can comment on Justin's real body.
I was like, let me call this out. My cousin from down under. I'm like, oh no, this is too close to home.
Uh-oh. And Death Dingo, whenever you want, you can just throw in the most embarrassing thing Justin ever did in front of you into chat.
I've had some wild times with Brad Tyler, who is a literal wild man.
No, his name's Brad Tyler. Oh, duh! I'm so stupid. For a second, I was like, he also has 2 first names for a first and last name. I was like, yeah, and all of the Tylers will.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. One night, my college girlfriend was up visiting us in the small town where my whole family's from, and she is her mom's French, so she speaks French fluently. So we were like, let's just pretend she's a French foreign exchange student. And Brad was like, yes. And we go to this party, and Brad doesn't speak a word of French. He speaks literal gibberish that sounds not even a single bit like French for like 5 hours straight. And everyone at the party believed that he was communicating with my girlfriend.
Everyone thought it was legit?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Oh, man. Shouts to Brad. We're trying to get him to come back for a visit. Death Dingo takes America.
Brad, hop on the live stream anytime you want. We'll have a we can do a little kind of a update from down under.
Oh no, our correspondent from down under.
So much fun. Great, folks. That's all the characters we have tonight. But we don't want to leave you 10 minutes short of a hot, wonderful hour-long hang sesh. So if you got yourself if you're doing a little sober, a little dry January, grab yourself the grossest, bitterest, non-alcoholic Amaro you got. If you got a drink, crack one open.
Yeah.
If you want a little snack, grab it because we're going to the movies, folks.
Your phoniest of Negroniists.
Grab your phoniest of Negronis, your falsoest Amaros. We're gonna head on over. Most people know this because I try to plug it as much as I can on the YouTube channel. But for folks that don't, a couple months ago I created a Twitch channel that plays Characters Welcome videos 24/7 on a randomized loop. It won't play a video a second time until it's played every single video one time. So that means
you see literally all of them.
You see every video, and in order for you to sit down and watch every single video before you saw videos 2 times, you'd have to sit there for currently 64 hours. That's how much it is. 64 hours of content, and then we roll over.
That's crazy. And these are like 3 to 5 6-minute pieces.
Yes. And so that means that we have, I think last time I looked on there when I last uploaded it, we had like 900 some videos or 800 some videos. So
the YouTube channel says we have over 1,000, like 1,100 videos, but
that's because no, it includes a lot of private videos. Ooh,
shit,
Lord. There's a couple folks, get this. There's like over 100 private videos on the YouTube channel, unreleased characters.
Yeah,
whoa.
There's got to be some reverse bangers in that group.
Whoa, Octavia, does it include the live performances? It's all of the live stage performances, and it's not our live streams. It's just it's just the videos that are not our live streams.
But this is a decade plus of Characters Welcome.
Yes,
videos.
That's true. And Characters Welcome has taken on a lot of forms over the years. But what we wanted to do is we're just gonna like chat like this, answer questions in chat, and in the background, we're just going to throw that Twitch channel up and see what's playing right now.
Yeah, see what's hitting on the feed, because
let's check it out.
This is like roulette or like Russian roulette.
Who knows? And look at that. Look who it is.
Great piece.
It is a great piece. You can turn it down maybe yes, when we talk over it, Jorge. But that is Chrissy Shackelford, an amazing performer. The Shack is back. She now writes for John Oliver, and she has won, I want to say, 40 or 50 Emmys.
She's definitely probably won the most Emmys of people I know. And that's awesome. She's so great. I hosted a variety show with her for like a couple of years called Beast, which used to be called Gentrify at the UCB Theater. She's since moved to LA, and then I think she lives in Austin somewhere around Austin. And miss seeing her as often. And this piece is very funny.
Yeah, this is a good piece. This is your friend that always shows up and it's just always has 100,000 things going on. One of my favorite things about Chrissy is Chrissy wears a different wig for every character. I respect that because I respect the game that I don't play. I'm not a wig guy.
I'm also not a wig guy, and it's funny because the other 2 members of Characters Welcome, Hartney and Sarah, are wig people.
Big wig people, but Justin and I are hat and mask people. Actually, Justin's hat and mask. I don't know what I am. I'm
everything else.
Yeah. I'm big thing. The other cool thing about this one is that guys, this was shot and performed at UCB East Village, and now
The first home of Characters Welcome.
The first home of Characters Welcome. It was like it's hard to tell right there, but basically what you're seeing on the screen is the entire size of the stage. It was probably like a 9-foot by 9-foot stage or something like that.
Yeah, it was small, but it was perfect for character performances.
Yeah.
Art Author 54, Eric is Aspen.
Thank you so much for showing up. If you just showed up now and said that, then you missed a lot of us talking about that.
Go back and rewatch this, unless literally that Art Author's watching that part of this video right now.
Maybe that's what's happening right now. Octavia, that mullet looks good. Eric, speaking of hair, thank you so much, Octavia. Thank you so much. I can't take enough compliments about the mullet. Very happy. It's gonna stay for a long time.
Got a light airiness to it.
Somebody in the private chat who is at Jorge says, release the nipple tit cut of woman with the tit out. Yeah, that probably is on the page. I think. That's probably private on the page.
Yes, I don't know. That's a controversial release, I would argue.
I mean, it's funny because Sarah has told that story where like she released a video and got like 200 DMs from dudes that were like, "You're so funny. You're such a talented performer. That was really great. Any chance I could send you $100 and you could send me the unedited
actual video?" Yeah. And I believe the offers went up from there.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Kathy says, "Wait, is the mullet actually coming back?" Yeah, I think so. I think the mullet's kind of hot. I think the mullet has been coming back since Stranger Things. I think Stranger Things has brought that culture back a little bit.
Yeah, it's been going away and coming back sort of since invention.
Zekor says, who do I send a rough draft of my laser piss character? Zekor, you don't have to even send a draft. You just come on here and we're going to get you up. All right?
Yeah. Laser piss all over this like you own it.
This is great.
Octavia, one of my top 3 Boogie Manja sketches is a face-sitting sketch of mine, and the messages have been strange. That's right. I actually didn't realize that was your sketch, but I think that's like the most viewed video on the Boogie Manja YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Because the title is like sitting on face or something, and people are like, yes.
Yes, I want that. I mean, it's wild if you're searching something that you want to see like pornographically or sexually, and you're like, I'll try this comedy video.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll hit the sweet spot.
Yeah, but it has a lot of views. It's awesome. I did one time share like what the top 5 searches were for our YouTube channel, and it was like Brennan Lee Mulligan, Brennan Lee Mulligan again, and then like titties, and then boobies, and then like song in every musical no one likes or something like that.
Hilarious. We got a new piece up here. This is Burnett Jr., owner of Jackets and Blazers. I remember this piece.
Yes, this is great.
This is full body costume, like great wardrobe here.
Yes. And this, oh my God, what is this guy's name? I don't remember. Let me look it up.
Yes, this is from I think the 2nd or 3rd team from Characters Welcome.
Oh, it's Philip Jeremy.
Yeah, Philip Jeremic, I think is the name, and great performer out of Toronto, who then has been working on an animated show for the last couple years that is really awesome.
I didn't know that.
I believe it's called something Hamster.
It's Hamster and Gretel?
Hamster and Gretel. I believe Philip works on that.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. They have a couple really good characters on the page. This was kind of their banger piece, though. Yeah, it's a store that only sells jackets and blazers, and that's about all you need to know.
Yes. Yeah, because also another New York comedy person, Alex Estrada, works on that show.
Somebody else does too. Somebody who's in LA now who just had a kid. They just had a kid last week. Who is it? I can't remember, but yeah, another guy does too.
Yeah, Philip's accent work in this is very funny.
I'm trying to remember what other pieces they have. I'm gonna look them up on the page right now.
I mean, Jean Jacket is definitely one that Philip did a ton.
This one right now, or another jacket one?
Oh yeah, Jean Jacket was another whole character
What?
who wore all jean. Yeah, her
No.
name was Jean.
No,
Jacket.
come on.
Swear to God, look and search it.
I've got Bernadette Jr., your high school lunch lady, Isaac, the world's friendliest spin instructor, Robert Pin, discoverer of the bobby pin, Claudette Dion, who's like Celine Dion's sister or something, some regional bus driver, and Bernadette Jr. Maybe the
I think the lunch lady is maybe named Jean Jacket. But there's definitely a character named Jean Jacket.
Oh my God. That's unbelievable. I forgot about Robert Pin. I really liked Robert Pin.
Yeah. Were you on the team with Philip?
Yes. I was on the team with Philip. Because Philip gave me a compliment one time that was very funny. I don't remember what character it was. This was another, like, it's like kind of a backhanded compliment, but it made me laugh really hard. It was some kind of character where I was worried about, like, I wasn't doing enough on stage. And they were like, no, Eric, this character, you're, like, actually doing a character. Like, I was like, okay.
Well, Phillips was a big character, very much in the sort of Chicago style of comedy, like character first, as you can see in this piece. And astute viewers will notice me in the background. I'm not elbows there. I'm the guy behind elbows, leaning out there in the blue shirt.
That's Tony. Yeah. That's Tony Giangrasso, I think.
Yeah. At the UCB East, we all stood. That was the green room right there, and we all stood there and just watched all the pieces.
I missed that so much, Chad. We used to call that performer's corner, and you were literally 2 feet away from the person on stage, and it was so cool. You just felt like so cool. It was awesome.
It definitely had that, like, you know, you're in the action, very like, I keep saying vaudeville, but it is that thing of like the performers and there's a camaraderie there, and we're all cheering for each other and super supportive. It was so good.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was really, really awesome. Octavia says, wait, important question. Are character mics still around now that all the theaters are open? Yes, they are. And they're pretty damn good. I'm trying to think. I'm like looking through my Instagram right now. There is a... Damn, I can't find it. There's a character open mic on Instagram that every week posts like what all the character mic are and all like the character shows are, and they post about like Characters Welcome and the Boogie Manja character team and Betty Knight, and they also post all the open mics, and there's like 4 or 5 really good character open mics.
I want to say, is that main character energy that
posts? That's what I just looked up, but I don't see it on that.
I think they haven't done it for a while, but they used to be very diligent about posting all of that stuff.
I feel like I saw somebody did it pretty recently, but yeah, pretty cool. That's Nathan Pearson, who is so funny. I love Nathan Pearson so much.
Yo, I've never seen this piece.
This piece is good. The Sphinx is like, here's a riddle, and then my second riddle is like, where am I at with this guy? Can you look at these text messages? Like, let me know what's going on.
This is a sick stage picture. We were just talking about this, how this is at the Hell's Kitchen Theater.
Yes.
Which the stage is absolutely massive. And I wasn't doing Characters Welcome as much at this time because I had a sort of intense job. But this was such a fun time to be doing Characters Welcome, I feel like, where you get to see this huge stage picture. Look at his outfit, like walking around the stage, getting to sort of hit different parts of the audience. It's like the opposite of the pieces you just saw.
You can also see like where the front row is. That stage, like, for all the shit talking about how far away it was kind of hard to get to. You had to walk like 2.5 avenues to get to.
Yeah.
It was like a 60-foot long stage with only like 12 or 15 rows, but every row had like 25 seats in it or something like that. Like you could do like, it was like 200 people would max it out, and it was awesome. It was so fun.
Octavia getting a shout out from Kathy L. Been watching your live streams in 2021, and you were techie. You brought your A game. That's so nice.
Right, Octavia. Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. That's so great. Octavia, you're a great tech. I always love having you in the booth. You rock. Yeah, Nathan Pearson has a couple iconic pieces. The big one that is one of our I think we have like 12 or 15 like over million view pieces. Nathan has like one of like the 2 or 3 million view pieces that is a
good.
bully or a guy who fucked his bully's dad.
The title is such a banger title.
That piece is just like a piece de resistance, you're just like, holy shit. But he has a bunch. Nathan also had one that I really like. It was early on Characters Welcome, where he was an Amish kid on Rumspringa who got on RuPaul's Drag Race, who now has to lip sync for their life, and just like is kind of like talking about their experience being on the show, and like it's so crazy. And then like the lip sync for their life, he's like churning butter, but also like breaking his neck. And like,
is that on the page?
Yeah, it's somewhere on the page. It's so good.
I haven't seen that one either. That's so good.
Oh, it's so funny. Strickler says you really could not do a static character there. Yeah, you're right. You really have to you had to own the stage. And it's too bad that everything shut down when it did, because we were just starting to explore what that stage could do. Devin Ritchie did a character. I don't think it ever went public. It might be one of our private videos, but maybe it's on there. I can't remember. But right before the pandemic happened, he built a gargoyle costume and sat on top of the back wall, and also built a nozzle that came out of his arm and was like a gargoyle spitting water down onto the stage into a bucket, and was like,
holy shit.
And the character was like a gargoyle that's trying to be fierce and intimidating, but every time it rains, he's just constantly puking. And so it's kind of mapping on the he's just always give me a second. And it's just spitting water.
That's so funny.
Oh, this is I asked Nick Mestad if I could put this on. I love this. Let's watch this. Can we turn this up? Can we turn this up, Jorge? If you're still there, this is awesome.
It's like a short film we're dropping.
It's so cool. I love that little one right there.
Yeah.
He's so scared of the train coming.
Yeah.
Oh man. It is great, Death Dingo. It's so good.
The moment I loved our
Oh no. An advertisement. What?
Away from it.
Wow, what are the odds of hitting an ad? Also a terrifying ad.
Than any other brand.
That's why our
The
family
very end of
only
that
tried to
is
see it.
there's eyes on the foot, and he's like, "You think that's stuff? Try being a foot." And it's so good. Shit like that, it's so hard not to be you can't be frustrated because the internet is what it is, but it's hard not to be a little bit frustrated because that video has 3,000 views and it should have 30 million.
Your protein is my
I mean,
secret weapon.
it's also Marcel the show with shoes on. It's on par with that. I mean, Marcel, there's more dialogue and stuff, and that is a little bit easier to.
But I just think there's a couple videos that are like that are short videos that I'm going to shout out one that's not on our page that I think has that vibe that makes me like feel feelings and is short and awesome. It's called Crater Face. If you haven't seen it before, Justin, you should watch this too. It's like a minute and a half animation that is like so beautiful and well done and so cool. I don't think it has a shitload of views, but I love it. It's like those videos should be like that. Everyone should have seen this video, that hand video. It's so cool, man.
Yeah, so cool and very well made, very funny, great physicality, obviously, but also the sound effects are great.
The sound effects are good, dude. When the hand is like scared of the train, I genuinely am like, oh no. Oh, it's so good. Great. I think that's gonna just about do it for us, right?
It's great. I think I like just dipping in on that. It's really funny.
Yeah, I think popping in there, like telling some stories, watching a couple of videos, hanging out, like that's what this is all about. 2025 is about, what did we find out today, folks? It's about lying to get what you want.
Definitely lying. Ripping ass at inopportune moments. Right? Is it my time? Is it my time?
I'm waiting to hear the fart. Yeah. It's about.
No, that was an opportune moment to fart.
Yeah.
Wait, it'll happen at a bad time.
It has to happen when it's not supposed to. Oh, there it is. Okay, good night, y'all. Night, Jorge. Miss you. Yeah, it's about ripping ass. It's about lying to get what you want, and it's about the best tech in the biz, Jorge. Come on out, buddy.
Hey.
Hey.
Surprise every time.
Doing great.
Oh, nice, gross.
Yeah.
Jorge, good to see you, man. So glad that we're doing another year of this. At least another year.
Yeah. At least another. Let's do at least another.
You act like we got a series pickup, and we did. Guys, cheers.
Guys, we fucking did it. No, this is great. It's going to continue to be great. Appreciate y'all. We have videos up every other goddamn day. I just put up a video of Don Chang, and he's nearly naked. So go ahead and watch that. It's pretty good.
And that's good because Don is a voice in the new Squid Game season.
Don is a voice in the new Squid Game season, and he's pretty good looking.
Also, good looking dude.
So check it out. Justin's like, what?
What?
Why didn't I book that?
Yeah. Just seeing it all at once. I do have one more thing to say before we go. I know before I was reading, I'm not reading this. My wife is dead. If you ever hear me talk about my wife, know that it's me disassociating, which is even sadder than her death. I can't accept the painful reality. I'm Memento without the hook or the abs. That's our time. Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Later.
Bye.